roads cordoned off, and we were downwind of one of the buses, only about 20 metres from it. So let's see if the aerosol carrying theory is correct.
Well, I hope it's not correct, Dave, for your sake particularly.
Well, me too. I'd rather get immunity from a vaccine than from having the disease.
Well, we did pass a milestone a day or two that more people have been vaccinated than have been tested positive.
I saw that.
And the way they're rolling them out at the moment, on Saturday there were 300,000 vaccinated, and it's getting more and more as the days and weeks go by. So I can well see it, in 3 or 4 weeks' time being 500,000 a day, which, when you think about it, it's quite a logistical challenge.
And that means it would still take, well, how many months to get everyone?
Well, if say 50 million got vaccinated, then that would take what, 100 days. They need a double dose. That would take 200 days for everybody to have had their second vaccine, those that want it anyway.
Yeah, and probably the last 15% of the population is not going to be able to get processed that fast. They'll be in the country, they'll be in various situations.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be close to a year before they get everyone, you think?
Did you place this on windy, Dave?
No, I placed it on gusty, but it's decided to pick big gusts. Yeah. Sometimes gusty is 5 to 15, but today it's 10 to 20. So that'll test us.
Nicely judged.
Thank you. That was the stock gentle fade.
Oh no, come on. Bounce. Oh,
he was just toying with it. 3 on the fairway off the first tee. That's unusual. That looks nice.
If it gets over that stuff. Oh, so
that's
close.
Hutch. Yeah, 1 more metre and it would have landed on the downslope of the fairway and bounded on. But it didn't. Yeah, 230 club. It has to be the 230 club. I'll fade it in with next. Oh, maybe it's the 216 if this wins. Oh, tough call.
That's pretty good.
Well, I hit the bit that I thought you needed to hit, Dave. It wasn't much more help.
No.
That's a hard pin to get at.
Right.
Well, hard for us, but easy for Andy.
Let's see.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to go with the 5. What am I? What am I? Oh! I've got another.
He's pulled out the 204 iron.
Oh, it wasn't long enough.
Mm-hmm. Well, it got us all.
Actually, I think yours is a very straightforward shot now, looking back on it.
I'm pretty happy because I'm coming from under the hole, which makes me
Yeah.
the only one doing that. And there's not much going on either in the leader. An outside chance here. Get this right. Stop. Stop. Oh, it's gone from being good to ordinary.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough. Not overly happy, Jan.
I would assume they're not allowing any spectators into the Melbourne tournament.
No, I think they are, but they're.
Oh.
I think they're trying to change the decision. So I think at the moment they are allowing spectators in, but they want to reverse that.
Right.
I imagine most of the revenue comes from the worldwide TV rights more than spectators anyway. Oh,
Yeah, hard to get close, Andy.
needed to hit that.
It was hard. Right. I'm assuming it's 14. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, nice, Dave.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, just nice, but did you send Dave the scorecard of our battle on Friday?
No, I didn't. I should have. He would have enjoyed that.
Was
We'll
it
tell him the
interesting?
story.
Well, it all sort of revolved around the last two holes, where coming into the last two, Dave was 2 shots ahead.
Yep.
So he ended up with a treble bogey on a difficult par 3. So I went 1 shot ahead.
Yep.
And then Dave had a birdie on the last, and I think I treble bogeyed the last with the mother of all bloody grenades.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Cruel.
an amazing finish. I dropped 3 on 17 and picked up 3 on 18 was the end story. Can't remember that ever happening. Don't go in those bushes. They look woody. No, they'll be okay, just. Well, that was a mishit drive. I thought I was going to be in that rough for sure.
Drive.
It must have been badly mishit, but Dave's also has pulled up a bit short. I think the headwind does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nothing like yours. I'm sure of it.
No, it was clearly something wrong with the timing. It just didn't go in.
Only 15 yards. So.
Yeah. If I'd been on the beta team for this game, I would have said, if you hit a shot that is, a semi-hand grenade of some sort, it should lose a bit more distance than they lose, because sometimes you can do them and they go almost the same distance, and they shouldn't. This is where I would hit the 134 club, the club I don't have. So,
Well, you know what I would hit from there, Dave? I'm going to say at the 134 club.
thank you, Bandy. Thanks for your advice. It's very helpful. Oh, I might have got that right.
Well, I'm going to say actually that 146 might be right
Oh,
on it,
look at
and
that.
it is.
Well, I chopped the hell out of it. It wasn't right if I'd hit it full.
Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh, that's a beauty
Look
and
at
all.
this.
Oh,
It's an old
lovely.
baby. And he's left it under the hole just to rub it in. Well, strong start, Dave.
Yeah, no, I've taken a page out of Andy's book.
Oh, it's a pretty powerful book.
Well, that looks very ordinary compared to what you two guys did.
Yep.
Right in the middle.
Lovely.
Wow. Yeah, who cares how far away it is if it goes in? And mine's dreadful. I have to throw this miles out. Hope.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I knew it wouldn't be good.
Far out.
It's only 4 feet.
Good.
You just got to back yourself with those.
Yeah, but like that was max slope, according to the indicator anyway.
Well, I can see this is not going to be an easy game for any of us. We're all sort of hitting the ball quite well.
Yeah, in difficult conditions and with difficult pins.
Well, the wind got it.
Didn't plug. That's all that matters.
One, two, three.
Lamb.
I've been lambed.
Oh, been done by the wind as well, Andy.
Oh,
Well, that is very interesting. I'm going to over allow for this wind on principle and see if that. Oops.
well, I know when I set up the aiming point, the wind was only 12, and it's by the time it was in the air, it was 22.
Oh, Dave knows what he's doing.
There was another chopped 146.
Oh,
Oh, look at it run away. Oh, come on, stop.
actually, that's surprising, seeing as you're into the breeze.
Hmm.
Mine's dribbled away as well. I'll tell you what, Dave. If you don't mind, I'll have a good look at how your putt goes.
Well, I don't think I've got a choice.
I am putting this for sure. Kind of like it. I actually fancy this. No, under. And short. Well, as Gary McQuad used to say, other than the distance and the line, it was a great.
Oh, good. Good.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, nothing happened. Nothing happened. No change. Well, this is a short par 5, isn't it? With the what's the direct line? It's only 402. There you go. Come on, baby.
Nice.
I have a feeling this is going to be a good battle tonight. Oh shit.
Whoa.
For two of us. Yeah. It's such an easy par 5 to get on into if you don't do what I did. Actually, with the tailwind, I'm just going to gamble that the 3-wood gets over the lip and go for it. It should make it. 220. It's almost worth hitting the 5-wood. I think I'm going to hit the 5.
Well.
Carry.
Oh.
So
close. It was so close. That could have been the shot of the day, that.
It landed again.
Oh, I've taken 2. Timeout.
Yeah, something went wrong.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
That should have been a nice smooth 7-iron. It was a smooth 7-iron, but that took too long. But it doesn't feel as though it's taken too long, and you know, I mean, it's fractions of a second.
Yeah, it's a mystery. Oh, it's gone. Well, no harm, no foul, really. Though Andy's got the toughest one.
Okay. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's going to hold. That's all right.
It's pretty good. No.
Cold in that kitchen, mind. Be in and out.
Oh, long and right.
Yep. I knew I was too tentative on it. Oh, I've made a big mess of that. It's still me.
How long was that bunker shot that you tried to play there?
It was 60 feet, and I just tried to chop the 84. I couldn't hit the 48, so I tried to chop the 84, and I was just too slow on the downswing and went long and right. So that's all that was. 14 inches downhill, okay. Still feel. Keep going, keep going.
Oh.
Oh, nasty little. I'll tell you, this is a nasty one and all. Nasty putt. Too hard. It's got to be too hard. Yeah. As soon as I hit it, I realised, oh, I should have been tapped.
Too much excitement.
Oh. I didn't learn anything.
Oh,
Didn't learn a thing.
Oh, at least Andy will show you the line, Dave.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, what a straightforward par 5 is.
And we made a right mess of it, really.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's had nasty little finishing putts.
We outsmarted ourselves. We all tried
Yeah.
to get fancy, and look what happens. All wanted the eagle.
Anyway, this is another opportunity for somebody to make a statement.
Yeah, I put us one set of pins closer, and
Ah,
I just thought it'll give us some more interesting approach shots. It seems to be doing that. I would have thought you could make this with this wind off the hard fairway. Well, you hit the ball longer, Andy, so you're the best. As a matter of fact, you hit it too long. All right, so that tells me
Well,
Dave either hit a
I
3.
I think Dave hit the 3-wood and I've absolutely smashed the driver. So something in between, I think, Dave.
Well, I've learned, and I'm going to flop and fade a driver, and my driver doesn't go as far as yours, so I'm just waiting for a bit less than 20 miles an hour, and I'll strike. That's it. I hit it as I wanted to, so let's see what happens. And it's long, but it was accurate.
Yes. The driver was always going to be too much.
Yeah.
So actually, probably Dave is oh god.
Yeah, well, we're lurking in the bushes in very
Yeah,
bad
we are.
spots, Andy. All right, the course is starting to assert its authority.
Yeah, so this is going to be 2 holes on the trot, which ordinarily you'd have thought, well, these are pickup holes, and they're anything but.
Yeah, exactly. Right. How could that go so far? What's happening?
Especially you've hit into a headwind and everything.
And I had a 7% power loss. Oh, wow.
Had no run at all.
Stay there. Stay.
Well, the scorecard is going to blandly state that we've just had 2 pars in a row each on the 4th and the 5th, but we've really made a mess. It's,
Well, it might do. It depends on whether one of you two gets a birdie. Well, that's one
might
out
get a
of.
bogey the way things are going.
Oh, that's going to be.
Interesting. Is it? Is it? No, you've lost it as well.
He loves leaving it where someone else will show him the line.
It's all part of my cunning plan.
It's working pretty well for you, boy. Oh, I really hit that firm. I'm glad it went
You
in.
did. This is developing into an uneasy truce over no man's land at the moment. It's going to feel somewhere
Yes,
along
who's going to blink?
go berserk.
Stop.
Well, this is so difficult. Even though it's short, it's really difficult. Pick your wind gust, Andy.
Well, I don't want it to be blowing at 15 miles an hour.
You saw the 11, didn't you? And it went to 21 just as he hit.
I think 11 would have been perfect.
Yeah, that was harsh. I don't think anyone is second guessing what club we've all hit. I think we all know.
Right.
Of course, when it drops to 11, you kind of lunge at it, and getting the timing right is not so easy.
I mean, really, what you should do is hit it when it's at its absolute peak, and then pray that
It drops to 11. That's right.
yours is showing 12, 14.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just
Take
made the difference.
Pretty
Not
good,
enough. I thought it might roll back down, but no.
$30 foot 18. Oh, don't like this. Right. It still went further than I thought it would do.
Yeah. You know, if you'd put water at the front of this green instead of a giant waste bunker, it would have replicated the 12th at Augusta really closely.
Mm.
You're just sitting there waiting for the wind to be right. All right. 22, 9 down. 9 down. Fine. Go on. It was turning in, then turned away.
Well, one thing's sure, the greens certainly aren't flat, but neither are they at all unfair. They've just got enough to force you to do a bit of calculation, as it were.
Now I'm going to test your memory, Andy.
Yes, you can
I want you to
test.
think back
Who
in
are
time.
you? Who am I speaking to?
No, I'm not going to ask you your second name or who the Prime Minister is.
No.
I'm going to
Right.
ask, what year did you buy your first PC?
Oh.
Because I'm guessing it's later than me and Dave, because we were both working computers and we were right into it.
I bought my first PC. That's a really good point. I've got to. I would say probably about in the early 90s, 1992, 1993, something like that.
In 1993, there effectively was no World Wide Web. So what did you connect to online, or did you just have an offline computer?
Well, maybe I did. Maybe it was later than that. No, surely it couldn't have been.
Did it have Windows 3.1 or did it have Windows 95? Can you remember that? That's a big clue for me. That'll help.
It must have been Windows Was it Windows 95?
Oh, do you remember using a product called Trumpet WinSock to connect to the internet?
No. Do you know
Oh.
something? I think my first operating system may have been Windows 98.
Ah,
So it was the late 90s then.
yep. No, that's,
Um,
yeah. I knew we'd track it down with the operating system.
yeah, it was definitely Windows 98.
Yeah, so there was the World Wide Web then, because there was, what were the browsers back then? Netscape?
Escape.
Yes,
And
that
then-
rings a
Lots
bell.
of bulletin boards and things like that, and you connected to the internet using a modem.
yeah, and,
Yes,
and Trumpet
dial
WinSock.
up.
Yep.
I've got to be careful with this. You're distracting me. I've got to be careful that I don't. And I didn't get distracted. Oh, come on, don't. Oh, I don't want to be. Ah,
You must have had the big headwind.
I don't know. Because there's a headwind, I think it's better to be with a slightly mid-range club so there's no backspin issues.
well, I can tell you with a bit more certainty what the processing power of the machine was, and I can also tell you what the graphics card was.
Really?
A Trident?
Yeah.
Sing Labs.
Right. The processor was a one. It was an 800 megahertz.
I'd have to be a
Athlon.
P3. I know.
It was 800 megahertz Athlon.
Yep.
Single core, and I think the graphics card may have been I'm not sure whether it's a 32 or a 64 megabyte card. It was a TNT Pro or something like that.
Oh,
I mean, I knew nothing about these things at the time. And I thought it sounded really powerful. So that's my naivety. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
What's that bloody bell doing?
Putting you off, I'm guessing.
It is. Well, that's not too bad if the wind stays as it is. Oh,
Oh, it's lovely. It's a great shot.
Yep, good effort.
But gee, it's hard to get a flat putt. Even that looks a bit left to right.
and the other thing I remember about it was this monitor. I don't know the size of it, but it was this huge thing.
Maybe 17 inch,
Uh,
which was a big monitor then.
it certainly would. It certainly wasn't 20 inches. I know it was.
If it was a good 17-inch monitor, your resolution would have been 1000 by 700. But that might not be something you paid attention to back then.
No, I wouldn't have known. I was a greenhorn in those days. I had absolutely no idea what made a computer a computer, and naively thought that they were pretty much all the same. It was just like going out and buying a car. But even buying a car, I mean.
The fact you made me laugh out loud then, that implies that, yeah, still a bit. The reason I asked all these questions was you were mentioning today, you know, the primitive graphics of that game that you were playing.
Oh, the Bomber Crew, yeah.
Yeah, and I really have an allergic reaction to games that are released today with those sort of graphics, because I started playing computer games in 1980 something, and they had terrible graphics. And every year it got a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And now they're trying to take me back to where we were, and I don't like it, Andy.
It's people assume that retro graphics are better.
They're not cool. They're not funny. They're not interesting. They're shit. So
Yeah.
it has to be a really good game to drag me in if it's got, poor quality graphics these days, I have to say.
And yet, you look at the initial splash screen of Bomber Crew, and it looks as though it should be a lot better than it actually is.
Nice shot, Dave.
This is a nice
Thank you.
one.
Oh. He doesn't need any encouragement, Dave.
He does not.
You tried to distract me and failed miserably.
I spent minutes doing it, and then I got
You
nowhere.
did, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
But
well, you got excited there,
Wow.
Dave.
Too
Thought you
ever.
belted it.
just on a side note, Andy, the first hard drive I ever bought was 160
No,
megabytes.
120, Dave. We both bought the same computers.
No. I bought one earlier when I had a Commodore 2000.
Oh, the Amiga. Yeah.
Yeah, the Amiga 2000. And it was 160 megabytes, and I paid $1,600 for it.
Well, I also remember the hard drive that existed on my first PC, and it was princely 64 megabytes. And I remember feeling pretty cool when I added another 128 megabyte stick. And proudly, yeah, I've got 192.
Yeah, well, I hate to tell you, Andy, but you got shafted if you bought a computer in 1996 or 97.
Oh!
Oh, he's plugged.
Oh!
It should have had a bigger hard drive.
Yeah, I know that. I know that now.
But yeah, they were a mystery for many years for many people.
174, 7, 167. This is quite a. Oh. Actually, I need the wind to blow like a hoolie. It's not bad.
Pretty good.
All right.
I think over the years it's like the graphics cards. I mean with the processor, I mean they're so bloody small you can't really appreciate the the miniaturization that has gone on to create the power.
Yeah, it's all invisible.
But with the graphics cards, they've definitely grown appreciably bigger in size to the extent that looking back now, the initial graphics card was just literally no more than a bloody, I think it was an AGP slot that it fitted into, and it wasn't very thick. It didn't have. Did it have a fan on it? I don't know.
No.
And then as over the years, the developments of the GPUs, they've just got bigger and more fans on them,
Yep.
And the thing that I've got sitting inside my machine requires a case which can take up to a 30 centimeter card. And I remember getting this thing with triple fans
Yeah.
and I've had it for 4 or 5 years now, I think.
So it's behaved well.
It has. Right. Time to put the boot in, I think.
Oh, boot inserted. For a minute, I thought it was going to miss.
I think we should just continue to keep talking about computers for the rest of the round.
Well, you're complaining on the last hole when I was doing it, but now you're not.
Oh, this is a tight little hole, isn't it? Okay, right. Oh, this is a very interesting driving. Come on then, come round a little bit. Yeah.
Look, Dave, now he's just showing off.
No.
The other thing about computers back in those days, in my naivety, I just went into a store and just said, "Oh, I'll have that one."
Yep.
Did it have the prettiest box?
Well, yeah, it had what I thought was a good name, and it probably wasn't. Of course, within a year or two, I then started realizing actually there's a whole distribution chain out there, which where I could source stuff to come in the years to come, which I did.
Yeah. Well, for a couple of decades, I built my own PCs from, I would just buy the components and build them myself. But now I don't do that anymore. We've got a good store here in Melbourne that'll just put them together for you. You just tell them what parts you want and they put it together. It costs about $80 and it's not worth trying to save that $80.
Right. No, that's gone too far right, I think. It has gone too far right.
It has. All right. Got to make a move here. I'm starting to think Andy's distracting me with computers instead of the other way around.
He's trying.
Have you got your feline cheer squad there, Andy?
The password, well, it was here briefly about 15-20 minutes ago on her little platform, showing the usual disinterest. But now that Carol's gone upstairs, she's no doubt followed her to see what she's doing.
Yeah, she's following the favoured one. A beautiful shot, Dave. It's an
O
baby.
It is
baby.
It is an O baby.
Wow.
pressure back
Well,
on
that's
him.
an interesting statement. He's just put a stamp on the game. I'll try and follow that.
I'll tell you something else which I do remember. The power supply on this bloody thing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, now I think I've got a super flower power supply unit which I bought. I think 2 or 3 Christmases ago. That was my Christmas treat.
Yeah.
And the power supply in the original, I think I was staggered to find it was only 180 watts, and it was no brand name. It was some horrible Chinese sort of thing,
Your computer must have hated that power supply.
which ended up blowing up on me, as it were.
Well, you're lucky it didn't take the computer with it. I would never buy it.
Well, the thing was, it definitely did take the computer with it, because something, the whole thing was toast after that.
Yeah.
That was the first time I think I built my own PC after that.
Yeah, well, power supplies are definitely something not to skimp on.
I thought it was
A bit unlucky, actually. It was nicer than it ended up. Ooh. It's a Landry putt. Oh, that was... They're just not sinking for him.
Oh. I'm going to go straight through it. Oh, and I missed it! Oh! I thought the pace it was going, it had to take what little break there was. Glad that one went in.
He's the only person with a stress-free birdie.
Yeah.
Nice work, Dave.
Yes.
Few and far between those stress-free putts.
On this course, they are few and far between.
Okay. You realise you've got a cross on your back now, Dave.
Yes.
I'm thinking, that could be another stat that I create for our little spreadsheet, Dave.
Yeah.
Who is leading after 9 holes and the percentage conversion of wins?
Well, that could be a stat that evokes regret in some. I've tried to cut the corner.
The wind will keep it on.
I've cut it about as well as you can.
Have either of you ever bought any of the Tiger Woods series?
Never.
Never.
We
Yeah,
played it once though, didn't we, Dave? We hated it.
Yeah, I did hate it. Apparently there was one year where the game was pretty good. But the problem is they keep turning off the servers, so you can't play multiplayer on an older version. Like this.
Yeah.
I really hate the way EA do that. If you bought their fancy new game they're selling now for $100 here, in 2 years they just turn off the servers and it's no good anymore. Because you have to buy Golf 2023.
Yeah, I just saw a clip of Tiger Woods the other day, just in response to what somebody had posted. I don't know where it was. And I thought, I can't remember seeing what. I do recall downloading a demo. I'm sure it must have been Tiger Woods. And I looked at the demo and promptly uninstalled it.
Mm.
And I had another look at it. And I thought, no, I'm sorry, the graphics are way worse than PG.
Yeah. And, well, it was 10 years earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Oh, I cannot hit the 120 club here. It's impossible. It's a perfect 134, of course. Not having this 134 is killing me. I've got to get it back. But what do I do?
Well, I'm. You've got the 5-iron, haven't you? And the 7 wood.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't need both, Dave.
well, I would actually dump the 5-iron and the 7 wood and have in your bag the 5 wood, which you currently have, the 4-iron and the pitching wedge.
Mm.
It's something to think about, Dave. It really is.
It is. I think it's my Achilles heel.
See, there was the 134 club. I mean,
Yeah. There's no way I'm dumping the 5 wood. It's too exciting. It's a fun.
Well, no, the thing is, you can cut down the 5 wood. This is the reason why I don't have the 7 wood. I can kind of manufacture a shot which is shorter. What I can't do is generate a shot which is longer than, say 220 yards out carry with a 7 wood.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't believe how much under the hole this is going to go. I worked it out and then I went another 30%. Still under. Oh.
Is this going to be another statement putt? Is it? It's looking under the hole.
Didn't give it enough.
Well, you found a way to have a pretty stress-free round, Dave. I mean,
Yeah, so far.
not many white knuckle putts for par.
There's been one or two.
One or two, but not that many.
Will it?
Won't.
It was better, but
The round is only half over, though. There's still plenty of time for stress.
Well, as Andy and I learned last Friday,
oh God.
just 1 or 2 holes.
Ah!
Oh! I can't believe you did that.
I just hit it too hard. It was like literally had that inside left edge. I gave it too much.
You did. Oh well, we're back to
Well, that's a disgrace.
a tighter game.
It's tightened up. And I've got the honour. I like that. Could I have left it further from the hole? I don't think so.
You know, I can't.
It's only 343 line of sight,
Yeah.
and I'm still 226 away. I need a full driver.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm
That's
getting close to the hole with that fade.
much better line. Yeah, look at that. 40 yards closer.
The cheer squad's come back.
Ah. You two can have a side bet on this shot.
A pint of Guinness.
82.10. Can I borrow your 5-iron, please, Dave?
Indeed.
That was a nice shot, Dave.
So,
It was a nice shot. It's a 5-iron. I think that's got to be the 5-iron.
It might have
Oh
been.
no, 181. Maybe not. No, let's go with the 6. Yes, it was the 6. Well, we're all circling the pin here, I think.
we've all got chances of birdies and outside chances of eagles.
I thought for a second that was going to give a very good run at the eagle.
Normally I do like to putt these, but it's so ridiculous. There's a lot of ridiculous break early, so I'm going to chip it. Oh, crap. Put it on pitch by mistake.
Yeah, you'd have been rummaging around in them trees and bushes. It's coming, it's coming.
Oh, nice effort.
Well, I think birdies are the order of the day on this hole. Birdie 1.
Yep. 2
2.
and 3.
Indeed. Smart of our scorecards up. Again, this is a pretty close game, this. Well, it is a close game.
I've gone full Nick Faldo. I've had no bogeys, but only 2 birdies. Happy? Or am I? I'm not.
No, I think.
How did I work that out so wrong?
Oh, you're in the first cut.
Perfect.
Yep. Come on, wind.
Slightly straighter. Might be
Yeah,
long enough.
up there.
Oh,
Just.
God, Dave.
Ah,
I like to live life dangerously.
you do love it sometimes.
Dangerously. Danger. Don't tell me danger's your middle
Yeah.
name.
Danger Dave. Danger Dave.
Dangerous Dave, that's right.
Dangerous Dave. Dangerous.
Oh, no.
No bites.
Well, I've got to say, this. Looking at the hole, if you get this right, it's a bit of a bowl-shaped green. Has
That
he
looks
got
right.
it right? Has he
Got
got
a
it
little
right?
bit of backspin, it's
I
perfect.
think it will. Yeah.
More would have been nice. But
He would have liked a little more.
I don't like this wind. It's
Oh, backspin.
well, that was disappointing to say the least.
How did that have none?
$39.5. Respectable effort.
yeah.
Very nice.
You know, the thing about gusty, I think it's actually harder than windy. At least windy, you can do the maths, but with gusty, you're just in the lap of the absolute gods.
Yeah.
And in one aspect, I think it makes
Well, it's,
for
I demand a replay.
you can have a replay. Go for it.
Oh,
come
Did
on.
that not go in?
a little bit harsh there, dude.
Well, I've got to say, I think you should have played it with a little bit more backspin, and then it may have just turned that a little bit further.
You're right, Andy. It was totally my fault.
Yeah, it was.
I'll try and lift my game.
operator error that led. Well, again, this is another hole that has led to no change. So far, we haven't really had many defining holes where there's been a huge sort of swing going
No,
from A to B.
it's all been little incremental things.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a grindy sort of game, which I think are the best ones. Bugger the correct line. I'm going straight at this.
Is that a technical term? Is that what Jack Nicklaus would have said?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's Mayor's office.
Yes, that's a statement drive.
114 away on a par 5. I like that.
It's a scene, isn't it?
But I think you guys should not. It's risky, don't.
Right. It's only risky if you're me.
Dave, every shot is risky for you.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Is there something going on here that I don't know about?
No, I just saw the opportunity and took it, Andy. That's all it was.
Oh, that's a braver line.
No, look, he's just showing off now to spite me.
Look at that.
Fantastic. Right, if this shot comes off, I'll be very excited.
Oh,
What's
genius!
happened?
Wow, what a shot!
102. Right, well. Come on, baby. Where's that gone?
That's another nice shot.
Wow.
Oh,
Well, there's
God.
9 feet and 11 feet.
I'm-
Nothing to beat, Dave.
I'm between clubs here. 91. I can't get there. Cannot get there. It's all over the joint.
Well, I think the 91 might just make it.
I think he's hit the 91, Andy.
No, I hit the 105.
Really?
Yeah. Chopped,
Wow.
chopped down a bit.
Just as well you did, but you're going to have a terrible putt compared to us,
Oh, yeah. Am I even going to get it, Pat?
if it's a putt. Perfect, you can super flop if you want.
Oh, no, I think I'll putt this.
He's got it.
He
Oh.
has got it.
Well, I think that was a pretty straight putt, that as well.
It was super straight. There was a little bit of break either way, but basically it's straight.
Well, how often are you in the situation? Yep. We're going to get 3 eagles on this hole. I can tell Andy's was flat. Mine's going to be flat. Wow. What are the odds of that?
And not what I would describe an easy green to get to.
No, it's not.
No.
It's amazing. Whoa.
Yeah, this is.
This is not the hole you want to get wrong.
Like that.
Don't plug. Oh, it landed before the bunker, thank God.
Wow.
I remember having a disaster here in an online tour when I was on Tour Pro, and I hit into this water like 3 times in a row. It's dreadful.
Well, it wasn't going in the water, that's for sure.
No, it was never going in the water.
Oh, he's
It's
gone
gone
straight
at
up.
it. He's also.
Is it a stroke of genius?
Ooh.
Oh,
Well, it's better than our two.
not
Give it
far
that.
out at all, Dave.
No.
Yeah, I felt on that tee, I couldn't. Wasn't a hole to win our little game, but it was certainly a hole that you could have blown it.
It was.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I couldn't see the colour of the shirt. I thought it was Dave playing.
I was marveling at the complexity of the shot that took you so long to work.
Yeah. Well, the shirt actually looks black behind the
Yeah,
behind the weeds.
that's what fooled me. And it doesn't take an awful lot to fool me these days. Right. Of course, I've got to do F5 again. Oh, somebody at the door.
What?
It's postman.
The postman never knocks twice.
Oh, do you know what? I got structure.
Did you forget to change club, Andy?
Yes, I did.
I knew it was that. You hit the 36 instead of the 51 or whatever. Now what's happening?
Oh, he's bringing in loads of. Yeah, it looks as though this guy is delivering. Oh God, these must be heavy. These are basically bags of compost and topsoil which have been delivered.
Oh.
Oh.
Not impressive.
Yes, what was equally worse about my bunker shot was I'm assuming it's the 84 club, so I've chopped down on it quite a bit
Oops.
as well. Just needs a good putt. 325. Is it? Is it?
Oh,
Is it?
it's good.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Right in the middle, Andy. It wasn't even, never looked like missing. Wow.
Oh, that was a huge let off.
That was a huge putt.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, that is impressive, that, considering it's only cost £5 to get all this stuff delivered. And boy, it would have filled my whole car boot quite easily.
Mm.
No!
Oh, he's got too excited.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He did, he went berserk.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, that was a putt you wouldn't wish on your mother-in-law. It's dreadful. It's gone in.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Mmm.
Wow.
well, it's tight at the top. It really is.
It's very tight at the
Blanket.
top.
Your putt
He's-
rattled
he's-
me.
$364. You want Bella?
Right.
For whom the bell tolls.
Oh, you little bastard. Really needed that fairway.
You're on the first cut, Dave.
Ah,
Don't go too hard on yourself.
tailwinds into the hole. I'm not happy. It's a beautiful little shot. Oh, nice bounce too.
We shall see whether I can get any backspin. We've got a tailwind.
That's right.
Oh, Dave.
No, that
Oh,
smells like a 3-wood or a 7-wood even.
I think that's a 7-wood, possibly.
It was the 7, but it was badly hit. But it's going to work out all right.
Let's see what distance out you are. Yeah, it's worked out fine.
Well, I bet Carol, I bet the guy said, I've got some
It's going to bite if it gets the bounce and checks. Oh, there's the check.
Nothing.
No. How did that not check?
Oh, no.
Wow, that's harsh. Oh my God. I've got to hit the 77 club chopped into this bullshit. It's just not going to work. Oh,
You almost need to. Well, I'm not sure whether you can do it.
I've got a theory.
It's going to require the shot of a genius.
It's a pretty bad theory, but I'm giving
So
it a shot.
take it away, Leonardo. Leonardo Acropolis. That's pretty decent, Dave.
It doesn't look like a very flat putt, Andy.
No, but
No, it's getting worse. No, get off the
It's
green.
accelerating.
It's turned into
Well-
Super Wogger. No.
I think Mr. Sutherland's going to have a better.
Well,
shot
it was looking
from the
good for about 5 seconds.
Let's have a look at this.
Ooh.
Thought I played pretty well and all.
I have some pretty choice swear words lined up when this goes wrong.
Oh, pretty good effort, dude.
Not bad.
I couldn't get it up the hill. It was too
It's
steep.
It's not a shot that you.
Oh, this is
Well, it's certainly not a shot that I practice off.
I'm just laughing at both of your shots. They just look terrible.
These
It
are
is.
terrific.
Yours is no bargain either, Andy.
No.
Oh, that's a drop shot.
Well, that's given me a lot of information there, Dave. .22 feet. Where's it gone? Stop there. That'll do.
Did stop. Yeah.
You fucking useless. Turd. 2 drop shots in a row. Great.
Yeah, that was a good up and down. That.
I do not practice those 50-foot full shots very often. Well, I never practice them.
But I think it's a nice shot to have in your arsenal for that very type of shot.
Yeah, I've got a gut feel what to do. It's
I
good.
mean, I think actually a putt would have got there, but you just have no feel for the putt when you're trying to belt them as hard as that.
Yeah, well, the issue is, Andy, if it didn't get there, then I'm dead because it goes back to my feet. So I wasn't willing to take that chance. And it was line ball, I felt.
Yeah. Where the hell's that gone?
Uh-oh. Oh, I think this is a problem.
This is grizzly bear country you're in.
I think
Wow.
there's worse than bears where I am, Andy.
Wow.
So stupid.
Dying. Oh, bell again. Well, it'd be interesting to see my fairway count today. I don't think I've missed that many.
Mm. The funny thing was with your
Oh, you joking? Oh, what? Oh,
Dave, that's another one. You've had 2 or 3 of those.
oh, have I ever?
But now you need to capitalise on it. That's pretty good. That's
It
very
is
good,
pretty
in
good.
fact.
Half a chance.
So you've got more than half a chance. Right, I really need this wind to not to be blown. Oh. There we go. Oh. I really want that wind to drop down to about, not 21. Oh. Could be okay. Come on now, spin back.
Oh, look at this. Could be no baby.
Lovely.
I think I have the advantage here because I'm like 40 yards closer than you guys. So I'm just going to take advantage of that.
Well, do a Chevy Chase, Dave. Pretend you're blindfolded.
No. I'm just going to hit full. I'm hitting a full 91. I'm not even aiming. I'm not doing anything. I'm just hitting.
This is a shot of a man who's
Oh,
in desperation, City, Arizona.
Well, shocker. I hit something.
You did.
Oh, but now there's a gap. Ah. All right. Nothing can go wrong now. I've got this simple putt for par.
It's getting simpler by the minute.
What's the problem? No, I think I see the problem.
I can't believe you've had 2 putts in a row that have both been 4 foot uphill.
My God, if I get... Oh, you do not want to go past this hole. That I know. Oh.
Your last putt, Dave, was only 5 foot longer than this one.
Yeah.
Are you torn? What to do?
Well, you should. You've got muscle memory from the last shot. We want to see you.
Do it again.
I'm putting this one. I'm definitely putting this one.
And it was the right choice. Oh,
Yeah,
what a great
that's
effort.
very good.
Man, why have I got the stupid angle?
I've got the normal angle.
No, I don't.
It's bizarre, isn't it? Why the playing companions can see the right view, but the player can't.
That just rubs it in. It makes it more annoying.
But presumably you could use F5, couldn't you?
That's all right.
We could send a bug report to Andrew Jones and see what happens.
Is he? He's got it.
Done it. And the issue with those shots is getting the distance right, because it's much harder to see what your putter is doing. So nice work, Dave.
Nice.
Oh, crumbled.
Wow.
Oh, good work, Dave.
Back in it.
Well, I shouldn't be despondent. It was still a comfortable par.
Yeah.
There's no shame in that.
Wow. How big is this?
Oh, crikey.
Sometimes the 120 club is right. Sometimes it's not.
It's pretty decent.
It is.
Oh, it's too much.
Overcooked it.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, you bloody cretin. Oh. No, of course it was too much. Oh, you managed to plant the the seed in my brain with you mentioning the 120 club. And it's playing 110.
Oh, it's definitely the 120 club.
I hit the 105 club.
Oh, I hit the 120.
Wow.
That's a nasty shot you got there, Andy.
Right. Oh, come on. Oh, God. No, it wasn't enough.
Ooh.
Oh. I just couldn't see the 32 flop being the right number there.
Mm.
And obviously the 51 wasn't.
Oh!
Oh,
Well, Dave, you can. No, that was a miserable putt. Chip, rather. was
Oh,
way off.
I've got my work cut out for me here, I think.
But boy, it would be a good one to sink, Dave.
It's not as bad as I first thought.
I think this is for the.
Oh, don't tell me he hasn't hit it. He hasn't.
Oh no, well I hit it,
Mm.
but I couldn't afford to hit any harder. Otherwise, it would have been 15 foot past like a.
It wasn't an attacking one.
No.
Disappointed in myself there. I think, when you play Gusty, sometimes you're more so intent on getting the right win that you tend to forget about the bloody club that you're hitting as well.
Yeah, and then when you hit, you kind of lunge at it sometimes and exacerbate the issue. Ooh, the bell's tolling for someone.
Not for me.
It's 141. It's not an easy distance out with trees. I'm grasping, grasping at straws here.
Trying to do my head in.
Much like the Indian cricket team here, where they're in trouble.
Are they though, Dave? They only need to pull off a draw.
Oh, if they obtain the draw, I take my hat off, and I'm glad they get to take it back because they'll have earned it. It's very hard to win out here.
They've been on the back foot the whole tour.
Yeah, and no one's ever beaten Australia in Brisbane for 30 years.
Really?
Yeah. So a draw would be a fantastic result for them.
Okay.
All right, 141.
All pretty.
All right.
So you can still win this, Dave. I know you're 2 behind, but it just requires an oh baby.
Yeah, I'm going to sink my approach shot in.
I like the sound of confidence.
That might be short, but it'll be all right.
Short, but okay. Time to make a statement. Okay, that's 141. Oh, I like that. Get up. Ah,
The wind.
wind. It was a great line.
I am going to work this out, and then I'm going to select one more club just based on what you two have done. So the 146 is not enough. Is the 159 enough? Or is it? Or is it not?
Well, I think it all depends on what the ball is doing, sort of what the wind is doing when the ball is in flight, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And there you have Gusty in a nutshell.
Yeah, the quandary of the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm literally rocking my body, rotating the mouse, and waiting for the wind to change to what I want. And now I've just done a hand grenade. Well, that's a bit of a disappointment.
Would the distance have been right? May have been.
It may have been.
Guess we'll never know.
It wasn't far off. Hard to have this shot because I'm right in the bushes.
God.
I'm like some sort of pervert.
Dandy
Literally in the
workers.
bushes.
Dandy workers.
Exactly. Fine. Just going to hit. I'm not happy.
Pretty good though.
Not a lot you could have done there, Dave.
From where I was, I'm okay with that.
Okay, well, this. All right, 26.15, and then 26.15. Then it goes downhill. Right. Oh God, this is 26.
It's not easy.
No. 26.15. So I assume it's 41 feet. 41 feet. Oh, you cretin.
Oh, well, geez, it wasn't far from being right, though.
Yeah, it's one of those putts, isn't it? But as you will find out. Looks lively.
You got excited.
Oh. It is lively.
Wow. That was exciting. 27 foot? Come on. Well, that's one way to throw the hole away. Go in. Oh, you son of a...
I thought it was in. I really did.
Yeah, I had to sink that for the win.
And I need to sink this for the draw. Oh. Oh.
Oh, he's done it.
I thought it had gone.
No.
Oh.
Come on. No.
Wow.
I had a huge amount of break, but I thought I allowed for it.
I'm not regretting my lip out now.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, Dave.
I thought I'd missed that an inch to the right, and it still went in.
Well,
Wow.
nice
What a battle.
draw, Andy.
Oh.
Look at the end. We didn't finish well.
No, it was a poor ending for everybody.
I had 4 bogeys on the back 9. Come on! That's not a good finish. That's a bad back 9.
But still, you still shot 67, dude. It wasn't a bad round.
Yeah, I know.
No.
It
Well,
could have been a
the
great round, is what I'm saying.
But here's the thing, Dave. You had 100% fairways. However, you didn't hit 100%. You've finished up on 100%.
No, that's true. That's true. How did I end up? Yeah, that's crazy.
Actually, that's a really rare statistic. You hardly ever see 100% fairways hit.
No.
I can't remember ever doing that, to be honest.
But
Wow.
no, that was.
Mm.
So, look, Dave, I think you